that.
What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 9 of the Good Point Bro podcast. I'm Caden. This is my brother Cameron. We got an action-packed episode for you guys today. A lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to debate. So stay tuned. Make sure you stay for the whole thing. The thing should be at the bottom if you want to skip to something that you're more interested in. Please, we know you're going to love the video, so please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes,
We
sir.
really appreciate it. We're a new podcast.
Up and coming. Don't sleep.
Don't
I'm
sleep.
going to say that every podcast. Don't sleep.
Don't sleep, bro.
Facts.
All right, we're going to go ahead and start right into it. Okay, so we're going to go right into the NBA. The question I have for Cameron today is, will Zion ever be the same? And the reason I have this question is a couple things. One, I'm on the fence about it. I haven't really made up my mind, so I'm hoping that you can help make up my mind. And then the second reason is I feel like Zion is such a weird case because he's a big man that's injured, which is not weird. Like, we saw Joel Embiid do the same thing. Got injured all at the beginning, got healthy, won MVP, won Rookie of the Year, all that.
He never
So
won
we've
MVP.
seen stuff like that. Or he's about to win MVP,
He
hopefully.
runner up.
Yeah, you're right.
Got him.
Averaged over 30 a game.
He should have won MVP.
He's my
ridiculous.
MVP. He's
my
good,
MVP
he's Good
too.
Point Bros MVP.
He's my, yeah.
So congrats to Joel Embiid for that. We'll give you the award whenever you show up. And then the only other thing I can think of is also his weight. Like,
He's a big boy.
He's a big guy.
He
And
looked better in high school as far as like NBA.
Yeah.
Like, he was the same
Yeah.
height, but he was like 230, 240 and just lean.
Yeah.
Like, just nasty. And at Duke, he looked better.
So
A little
yeah,
more
so go
muscle,
ahead.
but
Let's focus on that question. Will Zion ever be the same?
I do think he'll be the same. And that video of him doing the 360 between the legs dunk, that just confirmed it for me. I know that's like corny or whatever, but it just did. If he's like at his athletic peak, like if he's doing stuff like that at his height and weight, he's going to score, and he's going to score super efficiently.
Is that not like why he posts it? It's almost like
He was trolling
I see
them.
what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
And here's this.
He's showing them, and it's so weird. Like, obviously he was healthy enough to play if he could do that, but he was just not playing.
But I think
now-
a guy's like,
And now he's like, I'm committed to the Pelicans.
the NBA is a little bit different, obviously. But when you think of like weight stipulations on contracts, I generally think about like the NFL. Like most recently, I think of like Eddie Lacy, stuff like that. And those guys always struggle with their weight, like their
Yeah.
whole careers.
Maybe Zion's going to be one of those dudes. I don't know.
But
They lay off
you
the
think
Big
he'll
Macs.
still be, because last
If he's
time he
slim-
played, he was an all-star caliber at the very
he
least.
was, yeah. He was averaging 27, shooting 60%.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody in them, like, he was like
Shaq.
He was more Shaq than Giannis, I think.
That's a take.
Because I think he was more Shaq than Giannis because he's like, Giannis is big, but Zion's like a bowling ball like Shaq was. And Zion lives in the paint, and Giannis kind of has developed his game where he can shoot middies and shoot open threes.
Yeah.
And I think Zion's more of
Can
our
he, though?
generation's Shaq. I mean, Zion can shoot a set three too, but he does.
No, I mean, can Giannis, though.
Yeah, he can. I mean, he's
Like, he's not,
been
like,
starting to hit
proficient,
open
but-
threes. No, but you have to at
Way
least
more than
guard
Shaq.
him.
Way more than Shaq.
Way more than
Yeah.
Shaq.
We can agree on that.
Like Zion lives in the paint.
But I don't
He
know.
bullies people. He
Mhm.
grabs the ball from you, dunks on you. He gets his miss and dunks it. Like
Mhm.
it's rough, it's ugly, but he gets it done like Shaq. It's not
Yeah.
like easy on the eyes. But
No,
like Shaq was
unless
not
it's a
easy on
fast
the
break.
eyes. Yeah, but he can
Zion's
run with him
definitely.
too.
He's more pretty to look at than Shaq. Like, his game is a little bit more pretty.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he's smaller.
Yeah,
Shaq
he's
was
smaller.
7
It's funny
feet.
how they do that with size. 'Cause they do the same thing with LeBron and Jordan. Because they're like, Jordan's really fun to watch. You know, he's like
Yeah.
the way he moves under the basket for a reverse versus
Yeah.
LeBron. And it's always going to be like that from guards to big
LeBron's
men.
finesse is slept on though. Like LeBron will be doing some jelly, some up and unders, stuff like that. He'll be crossing up people. He's
But not
had
like
some ankle
Jordan.
breakers.
Not like Jordan.
I'm not saying like Jordan. I'm just saying
yeah,
like
I know.
he
What
was
I know what you're
slept on.
saying, but I mean,
Like he's not just like running up in the basket and dunk on you every single
no,
time.
no, no,
Especially not now in his older age.
no. Yeah, I agree. But I guess I'm leaving this kind of just like, I don't know. I don't know if he'll be the same. I really just don't.
I do. I think
I
as
think
long
I'm
as he's
definitely
athletic
leaning more
and
towards he does. I definitely am leaning more towards that.
yeah. I think if he's not fat and,
Yeah.
and just was what he was
He's in New
before,
Orleans, bro.
He's got a whole year off. Yeah, that's
Lay
true.
off the beignets, bro.
Yeah.
Lay off the beignets.
I really wish, though, in all honesty, that he was drafted by the Knicks. I think
Yeah.
that would have been way cooler.
Instead of RJ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy.
And then
the
imagine
Pelicans
if
even
they-
got that. Remember the Pelicans had like a very low percent chance to even get number one in that lottery.
Yeah.
And they somehow got
And
it.
the Knicks had the
The
most.
Knicks were the most by far.
Yeah.
And they
They're
got
like
third.
50%, which is super high. And I don't know, like,
I forgot about
imagine if they had Zion right now, and then you got Donovan, or something like that.
They
would
would
have like a squad.
Okay, so how about this? If they did have Zion, how much more are they stressing getting another star?
If they had Zion, how much does KD Kyrie go there? Probably. If Zion's in Madison Square Garden, I bet you KD and Kyrie go there, because that was the same year that Zion was drafted.
That's crazy. The
So,
what if?
Yeah. And then
What if?
KD, Kyrie, Zion?
Yeah, what
But
if?
something's gonna go wrong with KD and Kyrie. I mean, it's
They
bound
need to make
happen.
like a animated what if for the NBA.
Yeah, like those old Bleacher Report videos of like them like
Remember
doing Game of Thrones.
Yeah, yeah.
that
What
was
that called?
sick.
Game of Zones.
Yeah, that was
Game of Zones was so fire.
Bring that back.
Yeah,
Especially
bring
with
back Game
that.
of Zones.
What's the show that came out for Game of Thrones? House of Thrones.
House of Dragon.
Or House of Dragon. Yeah,
House of what?
House of Thrones. I don't know. That would have been a cool name for a show, I think. House of Thrones.
That
You
sounds
know,
like there's a bunch of kings.
I know it's kind of dope. And then all
House
the
of Dragons. I've never seen the show, so please don't hate on me. But I think it's like a family. I think it's tracking like Game of Thrones is more like this universe, and House of Dragon is like one unit within that universe.
Well, back to House of Thrones. Like if it was House
House
of
of
Thrones and
Thrones.
then the thrones just fought.
That
each
sounds
other.
awful.
No, it doesn't. It's House of Thrones and there's different like kingdoms.
What if
and they
House
all
of
fight
Thrones,
each other?
What if House of Thrones wasn't that, but it was one king, and he had like two sons, and they both wanted the throne? House of
Throne.
The
would
two
just be
sons
House
are
of
the
Throne.
two sons are trying to overthrow.
Then it'll just be House of Throne.
No, they're not. They're not colluding. They're on their own, each independently trying to take the throne.
Still House of Throne, not thrones at that point,
I guess so.
because it's one throne.
I guess. All right, we're gonna move over to the NFL.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
I like where that one went.
All right, so we're gonna move over to the NFL. We're gonna start with ranking our top 5 QBs heading into next season. So this is based off of last season,
tough.
but it's also going into next season. So it's not solely.
Who do
off
we
of last
think is
season.
going to do good? Not who
Yeah.
did good off the previous year. It's who we're projecting.
Yeah, going into next season, the top
Yeah,
5
yeah.
QBs are.
You want me to go first? Or you
I can go first.
All right, go first. I want to hear what you got to say.
All right,
first.
so top 5 QBs going into next year in the NFL. I got 1, Aaron Rodgers.
You think he'll win MVP again?
No,
But you just think he'll be the
he'll
best?
be the best QB.
Okay.
It'll be recent.
In the regular season. Or you just
Yeah.
think like the whole year. Who's your pick to win Super Bowl?
The Bills.
So this is just regular season? Okay.
I got 1, Aaron Rodgers. 2, Patrick Mahomes. 3, Josh Allen. 4, Tom Brady. 5, Joe Burrow.
All right, before I give my list of top 5, I'm going to say this. I really think Tom Brady's going to have the worst year of his career this year. I'm going to do a Max Kellerman. I'm going to say he's going to fall off a cliff a little bit. I think this is it. I really think that now you don't bet against Tom Brady, but I'm going to do it. And I think he's going to fall off a cliff and he's going to have the worst year of his career. The worst year I can't bet against him having is 2018, that regular season, because everybody's saying he has no weapons, and they lost to the
It was the year
Titans.
after they lost to the Eagles.
Titans. Yeah. No. It was the year after they won. No, it was 2019. It was the year after they won the Super Bowl against the Rams.
Okay.
He had that bad regular season.
Yeah, because 2017 the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. But he had a great game. But I'm gonna bet. I really think he's gonna have a horrible year with everything that's going on with their organization. And just the things he's been saying.
It's not a bad take, but I just can't bet against the GOAT.
Yeah, it's tough, but I think he'll be in the bottom half of quarterbacks.
Ooh,
I know. I think he'll be in the back. I think he'll be quote me on that, and we'll go back to that after the year. I think he's gonna be in the bottom half of quarterbacks.
I think this might be another TikTok with you in black and white.
No, I'm going for it because it's just like you got to follow your gut feeling. I really think he's gonna be in the bottom half.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
They lost. I mean, they still have Chris Godwin. Antonio Brown's gone. They have Mike Evans. I don't know.
Chris Godwin's not starting week 1.
He's not. Has he been hurt?
I think so.
He's hurt. So you got Mike Evans. So I mean, it's tough to only have one guy, but yeah, I think he's gonna be in the bottom half of quarterbacks. He's gonna have a really setback year. But anyway, so
let's hear your top
number
5.
1, Pat Mahomes. Number 2,
You
Josh.
think he's MVP?
Yeah, I think Pat Mahomes is gonna go crazy this year. And he's gonna carry them.
All right,
Especially
start over.
Tyreek Hill. 1 Patrick Mahomes, 2 Josh Allen, 3 Aaron Rodgers, 4 Lamar Jackson. Put some respect and give him his money. And then 5, I'm going to go Matthew Stafford.
Oh, man, dude. Those last 2 got me, bro.
What?
That's nuts.
I think
Stafford?
Yeah. If they
Lamar Jackson that's a pick. Like, that's...
Lamar Jackson is a dog and he works hard.
Dude.
And
Yeah.
I respect him, and I think he's going to have a comeback year. And I think Pat Mahomes has a chip on his shoulder, and he's got something to prove. After that,
you're
last year
crazy about that
against
Pat
the
Mahomes
Bengals.
thing, bro. Because one day they take a step back, the next day he's the MVP, the next day they're winning the Super Bowl, the next day.
I think their offense could take a step back, and they might not win a Super Bowl. I think Pat Mahomes is going to go off this year. He's going to be locked in, laser focused.
That could be cool. So you think Lamar comes back and he goes crazy too then?
Absolutely, because it's his contract year. He's going to want that dough. He said he's going to halt his contract negotiations. You saw that?
Mm-mm.
When the season started, they said he's going to halt. He said he's going to halt his contract negotiations. He's going to go crazy.
Dang. That's what's
And
up.
Tom Brady's Tom Brady's falling
That's
off
a top
Everest.
5, dude. I don't want to argue. I just want to wait and see.
Tom Brady's falling off Everest.
Man, dude, that's crazy.
Max Kellerman, you were 5 years late. I'm resurrecting
That's
it.
what's actually crazy.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what's actually crazy.
I'm another prediction. He's gonna get divorced mid-year.
Oh, dude,
Yep.
don't do that prediction, dude.
He's getting divorced mid-year. It's gonna be the
Don't
most
do that,
dramatic Tom Brady year ever. He's getting divorced. He's losing everything.
Oh man, that sounds like the most hater Tom Brady take.
I'm not a
ever heard.
hater. He's
I
the
know,
GOAT.
but
I'd
it's just-
never hate on Tom Brady. I
No,
like
you
him.
can't hate on Tom.
But I gotta be unbiased here.
You know nothing about that.
No, I mean just wait.
All
This
right,
clip is gonna go
Yeah,
viral
well,
when it happens, and you gotta put the date and everything.
all right,
All right.
we're gonna move over to the UFC. We got UFC 279 this weekend.
I'm
Nate
excited
Diaz
for
is fighting.
this.
Tony Ferguson is fighting.
Someone's gonna die.
The Nate Diaz thing, man.
That's such a good fight. Tony is on his way out.
They're not fighting each other.
Oh, they're not?
They're in 2 different weight classes.
I thought they were oh, my fault. I thought they were gonna
Nate
fight
Diaz
one.
is fighting like Chimev.
Who's Tony Ferguson fighting?
Hazmat. Tony Ferguson isn't fighting him, but Hazmat Chimev, that dude he's gonna murder him.
Yeah,
He's gonna murder him.
Why would they even make that fight?
And then,
I thought he was gonna fight for the title.
Hazmat. No, bro, no one will fight this dude.
It's Khabib's cousin?
No, different guy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're having a hard take here.
Yeah, that's
But Li Jinliang is who Tony Ferguson's fighting, which whatever. He's the number 14 ranked.
I'm just gonna let you
welterweight.
talk about this.
It is what it is.
segment.
But they are fighting at welterweight, which is interesting. So Tony doesn't have to drop his foreign weight. So, take that with what you will. I don't know if that'll help or hurt. Hopefully it helps, man. I can't see that dude get KO'd one more time. It's starting to break my heart every time.
He's
getting
CTE.
beat up.
He's got CTE.
He's getting beat up, dude. And it's so hard to see when you watch a guy that you've watched your whole childhood.
He said he loves pain more
get
than anything.
destroyed. Dude got kicked in the face by Michael Chandler, and then after the fight, he was like, it lit a fire. Like, bro, you just got KO'd for the 4th time in a row. If the fire isn't lit already, I don't know when.
You ever seen him talk about how pain's the most real feeling ever, and he loves it?
Yeah,
Let the man get beat up
He's
then.
El Cuco.
Yeah, let
He's
the man
crazy.
get beat up if he wants it.
And then Hazmat, or Hamzat, that dude's a beast, bro.
Too many foreign guys.
That dude's
I
a
can't pronounce their
beast.
names.
Like, again, that dude's minus 1050. 1,050 minus 1,000. That's his favorite over Nate Diaz. That's how lopsided this fight is.
I don't know. I mean, Nate Diaz has.
Nate Diaz is a
surprised people
dog,
before.
like, obviously, you're a dog. All for Nate Diaz. But my gosh, man, like, Hamzat, that dude will end careers, bro. And Nate Diaz is...
You can't knock out Nate
As
Diaz.
Theo Vaughn says, bro, if God had a door cam, Nate Diaz is... he's knocking, bro. He's on that
Nate
thing.
Diaz doesn't get knocked out, though. So at least it's going to go... Is it a 3 or 5
No, he
round?
could choke him out.
Is it a 3 or 5 round?
It's the main event, so it'll be a 5.
Yeah,
But
he's not going to get knocked out.
Those are basically the only 2 fights I'm.
That might actually be bad if he
but,
doesn't get knocked out, though.
Tony, he's fighting a lower ranked guy, so hopefully everything goes okay. Maybe he does light a fire in him. I don't know, but
He's always had the fire.
If I see Tony getting, well, that's just what he said.
Yeah, he's
but if I
always
see
had a
Tony get
fire
knocked
in
out
him.
one more time, bro, it's an absolute heartbreaker. I can't. So basically, it's 2 fan favorites that are fighting and we're just all hoping, please do something good, and we love you. Like, don't get KO'd again.
Well, like I was saying, it might be bad that Nate Diaz doesn't get knocked out because maybe he'll just get beat to death.
Well, I'm thinking,
Like
my prediction is Tony Ferguson goes the distance. It's bloody. They both throw. And then Hamzat submits Nate Diaz.
Well, the crazy thing is, like, when you watch those Conor versus Nate fights, like, the first round, Conor just murks him, and he just eats it, and he literally looks like death. Like, he'll just eat it.
Yeah. Well, I know you've seen that video of him jumping up and down. And he's like, so, you haven't seen that? So, Tony's, like, jumping up and down like this, and he's not even really doing much. And then it switches to, like, 2 rounds later, and it's black and white. He's covered in blood and smiling, jumping up and down.
Yeah, I have seen that.
That's one of the coolest edits I've ever seen.
I'm not like a huge UFC fan. Like, I just really like Conor and like some other fighters, like not like you. But the first UFC fight I like really watched was Khabib versus Gaethje, which is one of or not Khabib versus Gaethje, Ferguson versus Gaethje. It was like one of the best fights ever. Yeah. But the greatest thing about that fight was the Twitter, when everybody was saying that Ferguson's Hall of Fame jaw.
Yeah.
They're like, his jaw needs to be in the Hall of
So
Fame.
there's something they do in the UFC where your nose will get filled up with like blood or whatever, and you're supposed to not blow it out. I guess it makes you. That's right into the microphone.
Oh shoot,
that's cool. But anyway, so if you're not supposed to blow it out because I guess it makes you more like susceptible to get KO'd. And Ferguson in that fight against Gaethje blows it out like 3 times.
Yeah,
he blows his nose out, which is, I mean, that's, I don't know too much about that. I'm not, a fighter myself, but that seems just nuts to me.
Well, he would get hit and be like,
yeah, shake that. Yeah. That was the last. That's when they called it.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was nuts too. And he was mad that they called it too.
Yeah,
that dude's he brawls.
El Cuco.
He throws. He's so cool. But staying in the world of fighting a little bit, Jake Paul officially signs to fight Anderson Silva in October. Here's what I think, right? Obviously, if Anderson Silva was in his prime, even close to his prime, younger, Jake Paul's age, he would destroy Jake Paul. That's my honest opinion.
Absolutely would.
The only reason that this is close in general is that Anderson Silva is 50 years old.
Well, I'm glad he's getting paid. I'm sure he's getting paid a lot. So that's good. Because he
He's
probably didn't get paid a ton for the UFC. Like, let's be real.
I don't know. He won 16 straight fights.
For who he was, he probably didn't get paid a lot relative to, like,
his fame
other people.
And draw.
Yeah, exactly. He probably did not.
But regardless, congrats to him for getting a bag. But, I mean, I don't know. Dude, it's so hard to predict. It's so hard to predict. Because I was telling some guys I thought, Jake Paul would get some work. And they were like, Jake Paul, he can take a hit. Like, can he? Like, I have no idea. It's just such a what if for me. Like, it's such a who knows. And I want to pick Anderson Silva. I do, but I mean, how old is Jake Paul? Like 23, 24? I don't know.
Yeah, 23, 24.
So, I mean, and he's been fighting for a few years now. And there's guys like Joe Rogan saying he's legit. Like, there's guys that know.
Joe Rogan's been saying he's legit?
There's guys that know a lot more than me saying he's legit. So, all I can do is just.
He probably is going to win.
He also thinks
he's probably going to win.
I mean, Anderson Silva fought last September 11th of 2021, sorry. And he KO'd Tito. So he has a few boxing KOs. I think he's 3 straight.
I mean, who knows? Like, are you just like you said, you can't like make a prediction really. But I really wish he would have fought that guy that he used to spar with, like a real legit boxer.
Yeah,
I'm so tired of him fighting like these random like.
It's money fights, bro.
I know, but it's like, bro, fights. If you want to be the heavyweight champion or whatever he wants to be. Like, he said that. He wants to beat Canelo Alvarez, whatever weight division he's in. Then fight some real boxers. I'm not even really interested in this fight.
Yeah.
I would be way more interested if it was some no-name, but it was an actual boxer, because I'm just there to watch Jake Paul. Like, I just want him to face a real boxer, like, technique and all that. Like, you can say all what you want and how he has 3 straight wins, and he was in the UFC, but he's not a boxer.
But if Anderson Silva wins, that's it. It's a wrap. This whole thing's a wrap.
I mean,
there's a lot at stake. There's nothing at stake for Anderson Silva, guys. Nothing at stake. If he gets KO'd, they're gonna be like, he was 50. You know, good for Jake Paul. He's on the come up, but he's still not fought a real boxer. Like, it's gonna be the same old thing for Jake Paul if he wins.
You don't think that he could come back even if he loses?
Jake
Or you
Paul?
think it's done?
I think it takes a huge hit if he gets knocked
Oh,
out by a
for
50-year-old UFC fighter.
It takes a huge hit, but imagine that redemption story.
He would have to start fighting real boxers.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
The very next fight. There would be no more
Like
names,
yeah.
draws, unless they're a real boxer.
Where are they fighting at MSG?
I don't know. I haven't looked at that yet. That's where the other one is supposed to be with Tommy Fury. And
Yeah, I
now
wish
they're
that
gonna-
fight would have happened, but Tommy Fury backed out twice.
That dude, bro, like,
That was weird.
he was in the
man.
U.S. like 3 times that year. And then
Yeah,
he's like,
that
I
was
can't get
definitely
in.
some BS for sure.
And, bro, I mean, I'm a Tommy Fury fan, but come on, bro.
Yeah, you watched the Love Island show.
Yeah, I watched this season. I watched this season of Love Island. I watched him fall in love with Molly May.
Son, that's like they have like the same come up. Him, Tommy Fury, and Jake Paul. Like they went there. Like he was on Disney Channel. Was like this weird YouTuber.
His brother was already famous.
Yeah, and now and Tommy Fury was on that show that you could easily make fun of him for being on. It's like kind of the same.
That's the
come up
thing
in
is
other
they can't really
boxers.
joke on each other for that
Yeah.
because it's just
And they have like the same come up.
tit for tat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's funny.
that is funny. All right, I think we're done right there. If that's cool with you.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanted to kind of talk about this because I think that a lot of people might have mixed opinions, but we're gonna go right into what is the hardest sport to go pro in.
Baseball. I really think it's baseball because of how many levels of baseball there are. Rookie ball, single A, double A, triple A, then the major leagues. Now, I know that Major League Baseball teams have a lot of people on the roster, kind of like football, but I just feel like all the leagues you have to go through, how whack the minor league system is. Like, they just started free housing just now. So, like, nobody, like, playing in the minor league sucks. It was
Minimum
a grueling
wage.
process. So, think of all, like, the people that could have been MLB players but were stuck in the minor leagues that just quit because of how bad the system was. So, I feel like it's baseball. And nobody ever goes straight from being drafted to the pros. You have to go through the system first.
Yeah,
So, you could get injured. Something could happen. Like, it's just a
It's
lot of
definitely
things
one of
can
them.
go wrong to be pro in baseball. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of things have to go right for you to become pro in baseball.
yeah. I was torn, so I wanted to say baseball. And maybe I don't really know for sure, but I definitely want to show some respect to golf, bro.
Golf.
Bro, think about there's like kids all across the nation playing golf. Like it like runs in families. It's almost like golf is like to you, and then they stay in the game for so long. You have to be so elite,
I can't even get close to you with that.
dude. Golf.
Anybody can play golf.
That's
you
the
don't have
point.
to be
So
born
how
with
hard is
it.
it? How hard is it to be top 1% if anybody can play?
Anybody can play golf. You don't have to be born to play golf. Like
That
football
means,
and
that means the
baseball-
sample size is higher. So pros are even farther better than the average person.
but it's relative because you have to be born. So think about the chances of you even being born to have the athletic ability to even be in that sport.
for
So
baseball,
it's the same for baseball, football, and basketball. Like, guys, if you haven't played baseball, you're gonna think, well, it's not. I trust me. There are guys who are freaks in nature. Like, look at Odell. He
basketball
can get-
actually is getting up there too now.
Oh, for sure. But I'm saying like
Like if you're born 6 foot, which is 90% of American men,
yeah, that's right.
that already takes you almost out.
Oh, for sure. Basketball is tough too. I just think baseball because of all the process that you have to go through with all the other leagues that you have to go through.
That's true. The minor league is
And it's just
like
trash.
basketball. If you do happen to get drafted,
Think
you're
about
there
someone like Juan
for
Soto.
the most part. There's
Think
a lot
about
of
someone
guys.
like Juan Soto who's one of the best players, and think about his story in the minor
Yeah.
leagues. And he was sleeping on a mattress.
Air mattress.
He could air mattress. He could have easily said, "Nah, I ain't doing this."
But he also did that because he said he would be gone soon.
yeah, he is a dog.
That was fire.
Yeah,
So if you don't know that story, Juan Soto shows up to his AA team, and he was sleeping in the hotel room for his coach, and he put down like an air mattress or something, and then so later on, I think he was sleeping. I don't remember where he was sleeping. One of his coaches came there, and he had an air mattress. So and they're like, Juan, you got to get like a bed or something, man. Like you got to get cozied up. And he's like, I won't be here long.
is it good?
Yeah, I think it's fine. He was like, I won't be here long. And next thing you know, this year's been a down year, but
Yeah, he'll be
He's still one of
fine.
the best players in the MLB.
He was on a team that he didn't want to be on. That happens all the time. He got traded. Now he's on a contender. I don't really know how the Padres are doing, so don't call me on that. But they'll be a contender for
Yeah.
sure. Hopefully Tatis gets his stuff together. Oh my goodness,
Yeah, for sure.
he's had some rough spots in his young career already.
Yeah.
But
So speaking of like the hardest
Yeah.
sport, do you think that there's someone like Bo Jackson that can excel at both that will come up?
this is what I think, and it's kind of sad. I think there could be. There's obviously somebody. There's an athlete that could do it, but I think especially in society now, people try to only want to play one sport. They try to like because of every sport being year round, all the attention you get paid now. Like you can get paid in high school, college, all that. That kids are just gonna be like, okay, only need to focus on this one sport and play nothing else.
Yeah.
I think society kind of
So probably
like
not.
tears that down.
That's a really good point.
Yeah,
That's a really good point.
all the sports are year round and everything, and you like it's almost a job. Like high schoolers are treating this like a job now. Middle schoolers, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds. There's 8-year-olds play travel ball now, and it's just like year round. I do not think it's so discouraged to play two sports now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen again.
But if it could, is there someone that you could see that plays right now that could be in that position?
okay, LeBron not now, but when he got offered contracts when the 2011 lockout season by the Cowboys and the
workouts.
and the Seahawks.
Not
Dude,
contracts.
LeBron was voted the best football player in Ohio his high school year. And then he broke his hand and quit. After he broke his hand, his mom made him quit football. But anyways, if 6'8", 260 can run 20 miles an hour plus, will be one of the fastest guys in the NFL. Bro, he would be nasty at times. I think he'd be one of the greatest tight ends ever. And I saw this quote. I don't know, it's like a famous coach. He said, the 4 best tight ends he ever seen were like 3. I don't know who the other 3 guys were, just Hall of Fame tight ends. And he said LeBron James because he watched him in high school.
Yeah.
Like he would have been he's a freak of nature. I think he could have played both sports.
But like for me, someone that could do it this second, the one that's the closest to me might be Kyler Murray.
Yeah, for sure. His baseball video, he has like that stocky build.
Yeah.
He hit nukes. And
Like
he's
if
just fast.
he did something similar to like Russell Wilson, played some like, because Russell Wilson plays in the spring
Yeah.
with the MLB.
Yeah, those guys could definitely do it.
Like if he did that a couple times, he might
I think so too. For
mess
sure.
around and get on the A's, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Those of you who haven't played baseball and think like you don't have to be an athlete, guys, there are some athletes who come,
Well, you know why
grab
they
a
don't.
bat and hit it 400 feet. Like it is a very athletic sport. Baseball is.
Yeah.
Like there are guys who you just like go to a tryout and like you put all this work in and you're like, wow, like I can't. Like these guys are just you can't compete with because of how talented they are.
Yeah.
Like they just pick up a baseball and they throw 90.
It's true.
There's just athletes for it. You got to be a freak of nature, really.
It's true.
I mean, especially with like, it's kind of a different type of athleticism too. That just was like hands,
Yeah.
hand-eye coordination, all
Yeah.
that. It's not like who can jump the highest and run the fastest. It's kind of like a different athletic ability.
It's like there's a lot of
Like
skill.
a smooth, yeah.
There's a lot of like, yeah, that's what people say about like golf and baseball and stuff.
Yeah.
They're not as much like they are sports obviously, but people are like baseball's not as physical and it's not in like you hitting someone and like there would be potential for injury, but it is in other aspects.
Well, like you ever seen the video?
Like
of
they're
Mike Trout?
slinging a ball this size over 100 of miles an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the amount of
like 90 times a game.
yeah, the amount
It's
of like
crazy.
athleticism and like
Endurance you
skill,
have to have.
and they're pinpointing it and they're
Yeah.
throwing it at different speeds, at different
And
rates,
the
with
focus
different
and
spin rates,
concentration you got to have.
with different flight patterns. It's
Yeah.
like it's crazy, but yeah,
Are you seen
just
the
for that.
video of
And then
Mike
hitting
Trout?
that, and then trying to
Yeah.
hit that with a wooden bat that you're swinging as hard as you can. The second it releases from his hand,
Well,
it's
yeah,
definitely
that-
the hardest thing in sports is hitting a baseball.
Well, yeah, that's undisputed.
Yeah.
I was about to say that.
That's why you
hitting
made
it-
that face.
Yeah.
Because you were about to say it.
Well, I was just trying to talk, but you were going on a rant.
Well, let me rant,
yeah.
and then you can talk.
But yeah.
But dang, dude. But yeah, they get paid pretty decent over there in baseball, as they should.
Yeah, but not like
The higher end
basketball.
guys. No, they play a lot of games though. Yeah, I guess you're right. So, well, okay.
At least everybody
you
in
could-
the MLB or the NBA makes at least like $1 million, and There's so many guys that only make like 400, 500,000,
Yeah.
and then we'll be.
So I mean, like if you could get $1 million right now, I'd hand it to you. Just like them, like you just get a check, $1 million.
Yeah.
You can get $1 million right now, or you can flip a coin and get $1 billion.
I'll flip a coin.
Really?
You can
That
make
was
a
quick.
million. You
You don't have to think about that at all.
You can make $1 million. That is like, obviously that's hard to do, but it is achievable. $1 billion, you gotta have a lot of luck to make $1 billion in this world.
But you can turn
If
$1
you had
million.
a chance to win $1 billion, yeah, you can, but that's still luck.
No, not into $1 million or $1 billion. I'm gonna say you can turn $1 million into something that lives comfortably for the rest of your life.
I don't want comfort. I'm going big or going home. If I got $1 billion, I can buy anything I want whenever I want.
The rest of your life, you'll be like, man, what if I got that milli though?
No, because then I'll be like, I'm gonna work for that milli. But I'm saying if you got $1 billion, then you can change like your life and you can change everybody's life that you care about. Think about that.
Think about if you got $1
$1
million
million, you can't really do that.
and you just worked and turned that into 10 milli. You put that into an account that had a 10% interest rate. You take $100,000 out a year. You're living off $100,000 a year, doing nothing. It's just sitting there.
Okay, but if I wake up and I got $1 billion tomorrow, I'm buying 5 Ferraris. You get a Ferrari, mom gets a Ferrari, dad gets a Ferrari, Nana gets a Ferrari.
And if you flip the
all
coin
my
and it
uncles
doesn't
get
land,
Lambos,
you're sitting
it
exactly
don't
like
matter.
this.
It don't matter. And then I'll get the million. I'll work for the million. I'm straight with that. If I get $1 billion, I can change everybody's lives around me. I can, like, you can do so much.
How long will it take
stuff.
you to work for $1 million?
Shoot, I don't know. Till I'll have $1 million at 30. Sure.
So
I'm gonna
that's
say I have
12
$1
years
million
from
at
now.
30. Yeah.
So you could accomplish what you would have accomplished in those 12 years this second if I handed it to
Okay,
you.
and I can get $1 billion. I could be the same net worth as LeBron in a second as well. 50-50 shot. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm taking the milli.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
Maybe I'm taking the Billy. Let me think about it some more.
Well, you're not taking
This
the
reminds
Billy.
me
You're
of this-
chancing the Billy.
Question.
Why do we keep saying the Billy?
I'm a Billy.
A Billy. All right.
That reminds me of this question I saw. Them asked Theo Vaughn on this like show, and they were like, if you were being sent to jail,
Okay.
and they were like, you can spend a year in jail, or you can solve this Rubik's Cube, and when you solved it, you can leave.
I've taken the year in jail.
Oh man.
I could never. Oh wait, can I look up algorithms and stuff?
No, you're just sitting in jail trying to solve it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely taking the year.
A year?
I would never be able to figure it out.
Is there not like you can just turn it one like over and over, right, left,
I
right,
could
left,
never.
right, left, or
I could
something?
never do it.
Dang, bro,
Like,
I'd
what
be
would
so
you-
tempted.
Oh,
though.
but you know how to solve Rubik's cubes. You used to know how to do that.
The 2x2, that's the trash
Oh,
version,
will you
bro.
be able to figure it out?
The
You
2x2 is
you
the
have the
freaking
mind to figure it
dummy
out.
version, bro.
Yeah, but you have the mind to figure it out. I would be there till I'm dead. Like seriously, I would take the year and just take it like a champ.
I'd be too scared to probably end up taking the year. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Though. That's a hard question.
Because imagine how
Theo Vaughn
crazy
was like,
you go.
Theo Vaughn was like, I'd take the year.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, for real? How long do you think it would take to solve a Rubik's Cube? And he's like, a week. They're like,
Yeah,
what?
that's funny. But like,
He's
if you
so funny,
take the
bro.
like, think about how crazy you'd go if you're just sitting there trying to solve a Rubik's cube all day, every day.
Yeah.
You couldn't do
No,
it.
you're right.
You would be like, you would be going crazy, and then you would have no chance of solving.
No,
it.
you wouldn't.
So I'm taking the year.
All right. Last thing, we're gonna go to MCU movies. I just saw this and I was interested in your guesses. So what we're gonna do is I have the top 5 most viewed MCU characters on TikTok right now.
Most viewed on
Most
TikTok,
viewed.
like someone that looked them up. That's a
Like
confusing question.
all like the videos on these characters, the most views.
Like edits,
Yeah.
for example.
Mhm. So what I want you to do is give what you think the top 5 is.
Okay, I
and then
definitely know number one.
Okay, we'll give your top 5, and then you guys guess your top 5, listening, and then I'll tell both of you guys the real top 5.
Okay, number one is Spider-Man. Am I right about
Just
that?
go through them all.
It's tough. Spider-Man, Hulk.
That you do them in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
You can do it.
All right,
1 is
number one.
Spider-Man.
Number one, Spider-Man. 2, Scarlet Witch. 3, Thor. 4, Iron Man. 5 Captain America.
You were really, really close.
Really?
Yeah, you were really close.
Okay.
I was actually so 1 is Spider-Man.
Yeah, because No Way
But
Home.
2 is
no.
Iron Man.
Dang, I don't really see a lot of him.
3 is Thor. You got that right
Yeah.
as well. 4 was Loki though.
Yeah, that's tough.
And 5 is Captain America, which you got 2. So you got 3 in
I
the
thought
correct
people
spot.
really like.
You got 4 total right and 3 were in the right spot.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
I thought Scarlet.
I
Scarlet
know,
Witch would
like
be
a
in
thirst
there.
trap or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
No, well, yeah, that
For sure.
or like
Just the House of Madness and stuff.
people really
Yeah,
like.
for sure.
I thought like people would do like edits of her like killing the Illuminati and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Or I'm sure that is cool.
But number 1 of edits is Homelander.
Okay, hold
is
on,
the
hold
go.
on, hold on. Comment down below what you think your top 5 was. We appreciate all the support again. Please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Our Instagram is goodpointbro. Our TikTok is
Please.
goodpoint.bro.
Subscribe.
Again, appreciate all the support. We'll keep them coming. We're working hard. All right, guys?
Yeah, we're gonna keep it going.
All right.
We're on the horse.
You're fired. Stay safe, guys. We'll see you.
Peace.